a constant income every year are called
Okay,
fixed.
okay. So fixed income every year, generation capacity of an asset decides whether it is a fixed income or not. Very good, simple answer. Anybody else wants to give a try? What do you understand by fixed income securities? Okay, Ayan, go ahead.
Sir, fixed income securities are basically the financial instruments that pay investors a fixed amount of interest over a set of period or time.
You are adding one more proponent to it. One is interest and second is over a period of time. So there is a tenure. Now, period of time on which you pay is tenure. Clear, everyone? Is tenor. Tenor. Write in your notebooks and keep it saved. Okay. So that is what Ayan has added. Another point Ayan has added, income has a interest. So write that also in your book, interest. So heading will be fixed income. Then you will write tenor and you will write interest. Clear? Anybody else wants to try? Give example. Anyone? Give an example here. जैसे इक्विटी का एग्जांपल है शेयर्स राइट शेयर ऑफ इन्फोसिस शेयर ऑफ दिस शेयर ऑफ दैट कंपनी फिक्स्ड इनकम का गिव
The
मी
bonds.
वेरी गुड रिया गुड bonds
Sir, debentures, treasury bills.
treasury bills good fixed income is treasury bills any other example
Government securities.
and Nitisa sorry we can't hear you come again
Government securities.
can't hear you again come again
Government securities.
I think your line is really bad anybody else
Sir, debentures.
debentures okay that's a good example bond debentures absolutely any other example which comes to your mind if you hear fixed income?
Preferred stocks.
Which stocks, Ashutosh?
Preferred stocks.
Paper stocks. Okay, never heard of it.
Preferred, sir.
Which stocks? Ashutosh,
Sir,
sorry.
he's saying preferred
Preferred stock.
stocks.
No, preferred stock is not a fixed income, Ashutosh. Preferred stock is a equity. Okay. Anything which has a shares, preferential shares, preferred stock, it is a part of equity. Why? We will understand today if you are confused with that. Anybody else wants to try any example?
Sir, FD.
Sorry, Akshay.
Sir, FD fixed deposit.
FD is the best example, simplest to understand and everybody know. How many of you know fixed deposit which happens in bank? Have you heard about it? Put Y in the chat box. Everyone use the chat box, say Y if you have heard it. Okay, 2, 3, 4 people, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But most of you have heard it. Anybody who is there in class who have not heard fixed income as a fixed deposit? If you have not heard, this is your time to say, so I can explain it. Okay, so fixed deposits is the simplest format of fixed income. However, when we talk about fixed income securities, fixed deposit comes in the bottom of that discussion. We do not even discuss about it. I will tell you the reason. The reason number one, this is a bank instrument which banks uses to handle their retail banking side. Okay. And it's a kind of saving or a saving instrument, which everybody uses it. But the real benefit with fixed income securities has completely different texture than fixed income if you go in detail. So at front, fixed deposit and fixed income look same. But in reality, if you go in deep inside, you will understand fixed deposit is a completely different kind of instrument than the fixed income securities. Clear? Now, there was a confusion which Asutosh had or somebody else had, that preferred stock or preferential shares are part of fixed income. Now, that confusion is obvious. Why? Because when I was talking about the equity discussion, there was a limelight discussion that preferred stocks has a higher, notched up preference when it comes to dilution. And we have given three different set of examples there. One was that it has a kind of fixed dividend. It has a kind of fixed dividend where people may get confused. Is it that fixed income which I am going to get? An answer is no. You only get a fixed dividend in case of preferential shares or equity when company makes profit, because profit decides the dividend. How many of you have understood that much, that profit decides the dividend? If a single owner company is there, that company profit can be declared as 100% dividend. Possible hai. According to Indian Company Act, if there is one or two person, they can distribute the whole profit between those partners if they want it. Yeah. And that becomes dividend. But when we talk about preferential dividend, they have a higher rights on that dividend. So for example, there are three people, say Ayan, Ahmed, Asutosh, and Nitisha. Three people have ownership of our company. Ayan has a preferential share in that company. He will not have one thing which is critical for shares. What is one feature which is not available to Ayan? First, tell me that. If he has a
voting rights.
voting
Nothing.
rights, absolutely, he will not have voting rights, and Asutosh and Nitisha will have the voting rights. Are you with me? So that's the first difference. Second difference, Ayan have first say on the dividend which will be declared. For example, company made 1 crore. All three of them decided in board meeting that let's declare 100% dividend. What does this mean? Anyone? Tell me, what does this mean that 100% dividend will be given? How much of money will be distributed?
Sir, 1 crore.
All the 1 crore which company has made in net profit will be distributed. That doesn't mean it is a cash. Net profit is not all the cash. Okay. So, but just understand right now, net profit, which will be distributed. Next week, we will have one extra session in evening, because you will have full day classes. I do not want your attention to get diverted. So we will have one session extra, which will have three sessions in together, will be on financial analysis. Don't miss it out. Okay, where we will cover EBITDA, net profit, revenue recognition, balance sheet items like short-term capital, long-term capital. This we are going to discuss in one of those three extra classes, which will start from next week. You should not be disturbing your main session, which is going to happen from day after tomorrow. When, Dr. Dalvinder, it is starting? They are fun classes, soft skill classes.
Sir, they have started.
They have already started, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes.
They have already started, Bhumika. Okay, good. So if they have started, don't disturb those classes. Our class will only be limited to Saturday, because Saturday is holiday there. So we will have 1 to 3 Saturday classes, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. And then there will be extra class, which will be in the evening, which we will schedule and let you know. Make sense? And those extra classes will be 3 volume, starting with company analysis, ending with ratio analysis. Clear? Because finance modeling classes has happened already, not financial modeling, but at least you have understood the Excel. Now we will have company analysis, and then third extra classes will be on the valuation. For valuation, you need to have company analysis done. So Excel is done, practice that Excel, otherwise you will forget. And then company analysis, which will be taught, practice that, and then we will have the valuation session. So it will go very smooth for you. Make sense? Now coming back to the story of fixed income and preferred stock. Now, preferred stock, as we have understood, one feature will not be there, and that feature is
Voting right.
voting right will not be there with the feature guy. Now, We need to still compensate to him, right? He's taking a risk in my business. Why? Because he's taking a stock of my company. He has the maximum risk. Whenever somebody take a stock in your company, he's taking equal risk than what founder of those companies are taking. So whatever Asutosh and Nitisa has taken as a risk, similarly Muhammad Ayan is taking, and you are not giving him voting right. ये तो सही नहीं है. It's not fair. So you will compensate that. How will you compensate? You will compensate that with giving him some extra feature. What is that feature? Anyone can try. What is that feature
Fixed
which you
interest
will
rate.
get?
Sir, higher claim on assets.
Higher say on the asset, first right on the asset, first right on the dividend, first right on the cash. He will always have first right compared to even the founder who has started the company. How many of you are aware about Steve Jobs' story where he was removed from his own company? How many of you are aware about it? Put yes in the chat box if you have heard it. Otherwise, I will give you that 1 minute story. Anyone heard this story that a company start iPhone, you know iPhone, right? So iPhone company owner was removed from his own company. How many of you are aware about it? Okay, 2 people are definitely aware about it. Right. 3, 4, 5 people. Okay, good. Achha, no, they are saying no. Okay, Mitesh is saying no, they are not aware. Clear. So there is a very simple story, which I will finish in 30 seconds, not even 1 minute. The story was Steve Jobs and one more guy. You need to find the name of initial founder of Apple. Apple Incorporated. There were 2 founders. Tell me both founders' name. One is Steve Jobs, is very famous, and there was a technology guy who is not very famous. What is his name? Put it in the chat box. Put it in the chat box. The second founder name. Okay, so first of all, you should be aware there were 2 people, not only Steve Jobs. It was not only his company. Yeah, he was a major. Steve Wozniak, Bhumika, correct. Steve Wozniak, Akshay, Mohammed Ayan, absolutely. This guy was a tech guy. He's still alive, okay? And you will find him complete geek. But he knows how system works. And he was the brain, and Mr. Steve Jobs was the heart of the company. Clear? Now, Steve Jobs, like you, has taken an internship, even got graduated, took an internship, which changed his life. Find out which company has given him an internship, just making a phone call. He made a phone call to that guy and said to him, "Sir, I want to learn this." And this has happened before he got graduated. Okay. And that has changed the fate of iPhone, which we have in our hand today. Because he learned that technology in his young age, and developed that technology over a period of time. And today we use a technology which is beyond anybody's expectation. It has kept a par where even the Chinese supplier need to reach that. OnePlus, you must have heard several company has come, which is doing a really good job in touch screen because of iPhone being a real competition. Okay. So the story was he started this company when he was in college along with his friend, which is Steve Wozniak. They developed a PC and they started selling. Okay. And that PC was based on very famous company where he did the internship. Not Microsoft. Let me tell you very clearly. HP. How many of you know HP now? Hewlett Packard is a company which produces laptop till today. How many of you using HP as a laptop or a device in your home? How many of you are using it? Juhi is using. Very good. Ria is using. Okay. Yeah, Mohammed. Many of you must be using it, right? He got an internship with that company just by making a simple phone call, which had changed the fate of his life. HP, does it has a touch screen as good as what iPhone and Mac computers are giving you? No, right? So he developed his own moat and created a company around it. So when he created a company, which was a best-selling computer company, they hired a CEO at some point in time. He was a chairman, founder, and CEO. So once he started getting funding from investment banker and bankers like you, investment company like BlackRock, etc., they decided why not to find a guy who can really expand it fast. So they found a guy who came from a cola company. Okay, he was the CEO in that company. Okay, so he was CEO, right? Up to CEO, I have told you. So CEO, new CEO came, and slowly new CEO and board decided to remove the founder himself, which was Steve Jobs, because Steve Jobs, as you know, he was a centric guy. He was a creative person. Sometimes creative person is little nasty. Okay, so he was equally nasty. Even though the new CEO came, he started pressurizing him and board that you guys are not delivering what we were supposed to do, and he has to leave the company. Yeah. So this is another problem with founders. That founder can leave the company and forced out by people like who has a voting right, not Muhammad Ayan in the companies of Asutosh and Nitisa, because has only one right, which is first right asset, but not right of the voting. Voting is required to remove any partner. Clear? So that is the step number 2. Step number 3, the advantage he also have that he can have dividend, but limited amount, which can be fixed in terms of his taking out capacity. But that can only happen when the company makes profit and declares it. Remember the word. You can make profit. Then comes the Indian Company Act 2013, which requires you to declare it as well. You can make profit, still you will not get, nobody will get any kind of profitability. Okay. Why? Because company decided not to declare any profit, declare any dividend. So declaration of dividend is required. Again, voting is required, where Muhammad Ayan has no say. Who has a say? The founders, who has a voting right. They have a say, and they will decide whether Muhammad Ayan or Mr. Roy, you remember angel investor Mr. Roy, right? Will get any dividend or not. Are you with me? So still control remains with the founder who has a voting right. Coming back to the story. So a story everybody understood, very simple story. And that's the property of preferred stock. Preferred stock can have a fixed income, but it has a fixed dividend, not income, not assured, not fixed. It is all depend on whether company is making profit. First. Second, it is decided by the founders or the voting right investors, which can be retail investor as well. They have the voting rights. Is it clear, everyone? Simple concept. Once that part is clear, which is a part of equity, we are coming back to fixed income. Fixed income is that particular instrument where you are assured of getting certain portion of your investment and interest on your investment fixed for a tenure. Is this definition is very simple. Three part of the definition. Tell me first part. What is the first part of the definition?
That it is an instrument.
It's an instrument which is fixed in nature. Second part of the second part of
You get a certain interest amount.
it has a tenure. It has a limited time span till the time you will get it. It's not infinite. There are some instruments which are infinite. You will keep getting interest, but you will never get your principal in that case. तभी तो interest आएगा ना infinite time तक. Does it make sense, everyone? There are some fixed income instruments which can give you throughout the life of that asset certain amount. जैसे royalty आती है, book publish किया तो royalty आती है. Till the time that book sells, you get a royalty. Similarly, there is a fixed instrument. Find out the name, put it in chat box. What is the name of that instrument? Which can give you lifelong, till the time that asset and company exist, they have to mandatorily pay an amount which is fixed in nature on particular date in a month, on a year, in a quarter, right? So because based on it is monthly, quarterly, it is annually, semi-annually. There are different time periods, but you can get it throughout the asset life, not even to the life of yours. Tell me which instrument is that instrument. Find it out from net, post it in the chat box, everyone. Okay. So there are certain instruments. See the beauty of fixed income? You can get money throughout your life. Just put 1 lakh rupees, or not your own life, your child life, your child life. Generations can get that money if you invest in that in that asset. Okay. That instrument is also fixed income instrument, and they are called. Three people have already answered. Absolutely correct. Annuity नहीं होगा, perpetual bonds होंगे. Annuity is limited to your lifetime. जिसने invest किया है उसके lifetime में होता है. Perpetual bonds are those fixed income instrument. नहीं, LIC भी नहीं होता है. LIC is annuity. They will give you your life coverage income, but not your sons. The asset linked are perpetual bonds. Write it in your notebook. Perpetual bond is a gold in the fixed income. Why? Because it can keep giving you money and money and money and money and money and money till the time that asset remains. वो company exist करनी चाहिए. After 10 years, if that company dies, your income dies with that. That's another problem with all fixed income. So there is a risk. If tomorrow that company goes or shut down its place, your money goes along with it. You have a right till the time company has some asset. So till the last asset of that company, you have a right. After that, you have no rights. If that closes, there is a NCLT, ताला बंद हो गया, तो आपके बिल्डिंग पे राइट होगा. But that is up to whatever level of that building out of total company value or loan that company has taken. Loan is another good example of fixed income securities. This is good example for whom? For banks. Bank give you the loan. Home loan, how many of you have heard about home loan? Say yes in chat box. Home loan आपने सुना होगा, right? Home loan में EMI कितने लोगों ने सुना हुआ है? EMI लिखिए चैट बॉक्स में, EMI अगर सुना है तो, क्योंकि ये तो हमेशा रोड पे घूमते रहते हैं ना, वो हमेशा बोलते रहेंगे EMI ले लो, EMI ले लो, मोबाइल EMI पे ले लो, करते हैं ना रोड पे घूम घूम के आजकल, और बहुत लोग लेता भी है. तो yes, if you have heard loan and home loan and heard EMI, give me what is the full form of EMI? All of you have heard it.
Equated
Right.
monthly
So monthly installment.
Equally monthly installments. Correct? Equal monthly installments. So आपने लोन लिया हर्षा, फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपने 10 करोड़ का लोन लिया बिकॉज यू वांटेड टू बिल्ड अ पैलेस इन रायपुर. अब लोन तो ले लिया, इंस्टॉलमेंट तो भरना होगा ना. दैट इंस्टॉलमेंट विच कैन बी मंथली, सेमी एनुअली, quarterly, or yearly. It can be anything. Bank gives such kind of loans where you need not to pay every month. You can pay annually. Okay. If you give they give you 10 crore ka loan, you have to pay a equally monthly installment. You know how much monthly installment will be? Can anybody quickly do a Google search? 10 crore ke loan pe 10 year ka tenure पे कितना monthly installment आएगा? Somebody should do that. Google करो, मिल जाएगा आंसर. That much amount, which is very huge. How much huge you think it will be per month? आपको मंथली पे करना होगा। दैट इज वाई नोबडी टेक्स 10 करोड़ का लोन, दे टेक्स अ करोड़ का लोन जो उनके हैंड में है, हाउ मच दे कैन पे। अक्षय त्रिवेदी सेज इट इज 5,85,000 पर मंथ यू हैव टू गिव टू द 10 ईयर। मल्टीप्लाई करो, 5,85,000 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 12 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 10 कितना आता है? कम से कम आएगा तो मेरे ख्याल से 8 करोड़ 7 करोड़ तो आएगा ही। तो मैंने सॉरी 17, कितना आएगा एग्जैक्ट अमाउंट, एनीवन?
सर 13,21,507 समथिंग।
10 ईयर के लिए ना, हाँ, बेस्ड ऑन इंटरेस्ट रेट। क्या इंटरेस्ट रेट ले रहे हो? अक्षय ने कुछ और
टेन
दिया होगा
परसेंट
आपको कुछ।
इंटरेस्ट रेट।
कितना लिया आपने?
10% सर।
10% लिया, अक्षय ने कुछ कम लिया। अक्षय आपने कितना लिया था? 5% अक्षय ने लिया है, ठीक है। अक्षय बहुत कंजर्वेटिव है, 5% में उसको लोन कहीं मिल रहा है तो आई एम वेरी हैप्पी। चलिए कोई नहीं, तो 10 लाख, राइट, 10 लाख 12 मंथ्स हो गया, 1 करोड़ 2 लाख मल्टीप्लाई बाई 10 ईयर्स कितना हुआ? 12 करोड़, करेक्ट। 10 करोड़ के लोन में 12,85,000 और वॉट एवर नंबर यू हैव टू पे बैक। आर यू विथ मी? दैट इज हाउ फिक्स्ड इनकम में लोन वर्क्स। लोन इज इक्विवेलेंट टू बॉन्ड। लोन इज इक्विवेलेंट टू बॉन्ड। द ओनली डिफरेंस इज लोन में आप लेते हो, बॉन्ड में आप इक्वली मंथली इंस्टॉलमेंट नहीं देते हो, आप एक अमाउंट दे देते हो बैंक को। बैंक पूरे अमाउंट को गैदर करती है और आपको एक इंस्टॉलमेंट पे करते रहती है। बैंक आपको इंस्टॉलमेंट पे करती है। आर यू विथ मी? सो आप वो 10 करोड़ जो आपके पास है, आप बैंक को दोगे थ्रू बॉन्ड, एंड दैट गाई विल पे यू कूपन। अनदर वर्ड, प्लीज राइट इट, बॉन्ड डैश कूपन। इंस्टेड ऑफ इंटरेस्ट दे विल पे यू कूपन। लोन में क्या था? आप इंटरेस्ट पे कर रहे थे विथ इक्वली मंथली इंस्टॉलमेंट। मतलब क्या? इक्वली मंथली इंस्टॉलमेंट दो पोर्शन होता है, राइट इट डाउन। इक्वल ईएमआई इक्वल टू योर प्रिंसिपल प्लस इंटरेस्ट, a part of principal plus interest. You have to pay every month, every quarter, whatever tenure and frequency is there. Now tenure is the full term. टेन्योर कहीं भी लिखा होगा आपने नोटबुक में, वहां पे लिखिएगा फुल टर्म ऑफ फिक्स्ड इनकम टेन्योर के सामने। एंड देन देयर इज अ फ्रीक्वेंसी, फ्रीक्वेंसी डैश करके डालिएगा, मंथली, सेमी एनुअली, क्वार्टरली, एनुअली। और देन देयर आर अदर प्रोडक्ट्स एज वेल व्हिच विल हैव बुलेट पेमेंट्स। बुलेट पेमेंट मतलब एट द एंड यू हैव टू पे। बुलेट पेमेंट, एक ही पेमेंट, लाइफ एंड्स। बुलेट से क्या होता है? लाइफ एंड हो जाती है, उसके बाद कोई लाइफ नहीं रहता है, राइट। लास्ट थिंग यू सी इज द बुलेट कमिंग टुवर्ड्स यू। हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू अग्री टू दैट फैक्ट ऑफ लाइफ? लास्ट थिंग यू विल सी इन योर लाइफ इज बुलेट कमिंग टू योर हेड और चेस्ट। अगर इधर उधर लगा तो बच भी सकते हो, बट जनरली इफ इट हिट्स योर राइट टारगेट you are dead. That is the last thing. Similarly, there is another product in fixed income called bullet payments. So उसमें क्या होता है? 20 साल का लोन लिया मैंने, 20 साल तक मस्ती करूंगा, मजे करूंगा, 10 करोड़ लेके बैंक से, 20 साल के बाद जिंदा ही नहीं रहूंगा। मतलब जस्ट जोकिंग, जितना रहना पड़ेगा, आप कहाँ जाओगे, बैंक छोड़ेगा नहीं आपको। तो 20 साल के बाद यू हैव टू पे द बैंक बैक। That is called bullet payment. So they will not give everyone. They will give to people whom they know will pay after 20 years. देखो कितने अच्छे अच्छे प्रोडक्ट आपको मालूम चल रहे हैं। दो प्रोडक्ट कौन कौन से आपको बहुत मजेदार मालूम चले, जो जाके घर में भाई को, बहन को, डैडी को बताओगे? कौन से दो प्रोडक्ट हैं? टेल मी नाउ इन द चैट बॉक्स। फन है ना? नया चीज सीखे। हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू हैव लर्न टू न्यू थिंग्स, टू न्यू फन प्रोडक्ट्स which can make somebody's life? Bullet product, and second one is yes, Bhumika, tell me. You are unmuting. Two products we have learned, which is fun product in fixed income. One is bullet payment product, and second is not bond coupon. Second is perpetual bond. एक बार ले लो या एक बार इन्वेस्ट कर दो, लाइफ टाइम आपको पैसे मिलते रहेंगे। आपको ही नहीं, आपके फैमिली को, आपके जनरेशंस को मिलते रहेंगे वो पैसे, small amount. So two products. How many of you now never forget two products of fixed income? Bullet payment product, which gives you a flexibility to have fun in your life till the time bullet payment is not been called. बैंक ने फोन करके बोला भैया आपका हो गया मस्ती का टाइम, नाउ यू रिटर्न माई मनी बैक, या विद द इंटरेस्ट एक्सेट्रा टुगेदर। Till the time you will have fun. And second product में क्या है, आपने invest कर दिया, and you can again enjoy throughout the life till the time that company exists or that government product exists. Give me one second. Hello. So you got to know two products. That is what the fixed income is all about. How many things you have learned? Put in the chat box now. जो जो आपने notebook में लिखे हैं या याद है. That is why I'm asking you to write. If you remember, put it in chat box quickly. Char main stuff which we have discussed just till now. Quick, go ahead. 4 new things which you have learned just now. Okay. Very good, Ritisha. Fixed income, loan, perpetual bond, bullet payment. Bullet payment, perpetual bond, fixed income bond, debenture, Muskan. Yeah, perpetual bond, bullet products, EMI, and fixed income. Absolutely. Bullet payment, bullet product, Mithilesh. Mitesh, you are not there in last few classes. What happened to you? Bhumika, bullet payment, product, perpetual bond, fixed income, EMI. Absolutely, Rajavadia. Very good. Brijbhushan, Juhi, Ayush, wonderful. Ria. Good, good. So something new we have learned today. Now let's go and deep dive. First of all, first definition. What is fixed income? Now you have understood what is fixed income. Let's understand the actual definition written in books, which also you need to know. So whenever you talk in the same language. So fixed income securities are type of debt instrument. अब debt instrument क्या होता है? Anybody who has a doubt in debt instruments, write N in the chat box if you don't understand debt instrument. Equity instrument सबको आता है, right? उसमें तो कोई doubt नहीं है. Debt instrument, do you have any doubt? I have clarified in the first introductory session, but if you have a doubt, again you can ask, no problem. Okay, so I believe everybody knows it. So debt instrument is that instrument which is created to give somebody debt or take from somebody debt. Either give or take, but debt. What is debt? कर्जा, right? कर्जा, simple word में कर्जा. So कर्जे के business में जो भी आदमी है वो importantly is synonyms to fixed income security. Next time anybody talks about debt instrument, you say you are talking about fixed income instrument. Why we are saying that? Because the first property of fixed income is it is based on a debt instrument. Why debt instrument? Because it provides a return which has a different feature. There was a return in equity, which is capital appreciation and dividend. There is a feature in debt which is different than the equity. What is that difference? Anybody wants to guess? What is the difference?
Sir, interest.
Yeah, tell me, tell me. The difference is interest, coupon, right? वहां पे डिविडेंड था, यहाँ पे कूपन है, इंटरेस्ट है. वहां पे कैपिटल एप्रिसिएशन था, यहाँ पे प्रिंसिपल रिटर्न होगा. क्लियर? आर यू विथ मी? अब आपने बुक में लिखना है इंटरेस्ट इक्वल टू डिविडेंड, प्रिंसिपल विच इज नॉट इक्वल टू, बट प्रिंसिपल इक्वल टू कैपिटल एप्रिसिएशन. Just don't put equal to, put a likelihood. वो क्या बोलते हैं उसको, टिल्डा, यू नो टिल्डा राइट, इक्वल टू में एक टिल्डा आता है, मतलब इट नियरली इट्स सिमिलर टू, या सिमिलर टू capital appreciation. That is the new feature. So it provides a return in form of interest, coupon, or and or दोनों your capital. तो capital भी पूरा मिलेगा intact, appreciation नहीं मिलेगा generally. Again, generally I'm talking because I have told you several other products as well. So there will be some small here and there deviations. Let's not talk about them. Let's talk about normal people. Let's not talk about unique people. So normal में क्या होगा, इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा, कूपन मिलेगा, एंड योर कैपिटल विल बी रिटर्न इंटैक्ट. इसमें 3 फीचर ऐड हुए हैं. पहला है कि ये रेगुलर इनकम देगा, सो फ्रीक्वेंसी सेट होगी मंथली, सेमी एनुअली, क्वार्टरली, एनुअली. सो आपकी फ्रीक्वेंसी सेट है कि कब आपको पैसा मिलना है. सेकंड, द अमाउंट विल बी फिक्स्ड. जैसे ईएमआई में आपको फिक्स्ड अमाउंट पे करना होता है अगेंस्ट योर होम लोन, अगर आप फिक्स्ड इनकम इक्विपमेंट खरीद रहे हो, इंस्ट्रूमेंट खरीद रहे हो, सिक्योरिटी खरीद रहे हो, मींस यू आर पेइंग अ लमसम अमाउंट, you will get a interest payment or a payment which is fixed in that regular interval along with repayment of the principal which you have given it to them when you reaches to maturity. Now maturity क्या है? The date at which my contract with this particular guy ends. तभी प्रिंसिपल रिटर्न होती है. इसमें किसी को डाउट होना नहीं चाहिए, अगर है तो आप बताओ. ये 3 पॉइंट में किसी को डिफरेंस, किसी को ऐसा है who could not understood the 3 points of fixed income? That fixed income is a debt security which provides a return. यहां पर रिटर्न कैसा है? A regular which is fixed, and fixed amount which is fixed interest payment or coupon, and a repayment of your principal when you reach to the maturity. Maturity क्या हुई? Last day of my contract, जब मेरा इंस्ट्रूमेंट मैच्योर हो गया. फिक्स डिपॉजिट अगर आप जानते हो तो यू विल बी नोइंग कि फिक्स डिपॉजिट का मैच्योरिटी के दिन आपको पूरा का पूरा पेमेंट मिलता है और मे बी इंटरेस्ट भी मिलता है. क्लियर? लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड अनदर पार्ट ऑफ फिक्स्ड इनकम which is this security can be issued by anyone but limited to following. उसका कारण है, we will understand. कौन कौन सी एंटिटी इसको इशू करती है? एंटिटी विच आर लीगल इन नेचर. फिक्स्ड इनकम सिक्योरिटी कैन बी इशूड बाय ऑलमोस्ट एनी लीगल, राइट कर लीजिए नीचे में, फिक्स्ड इनकम इशूड बाय लीगल एंटिटी. राइट इन योर नोटबुक. फिक्स्ड इनकम कैन बी इशूड बाय होम? लीगल एंटिटी. कौन कौन से लीगल एंटिटी हो सकते हैं? सेंट्रल एंड स्टेट गवर्नमेंट, दे गिव यू फिक्स्ड इनकम instruments. Anybody can tell me the example of government fixed incomes? Examples. उनके प्रोडक्ट क्या क्या है जो फिक्स्ड इनकम आपको देते हैं? गवर्नमेंट के इंस्ट्रूमेंट का नाम टेल मी विच दे गिव यू अंडर फिक्स्ड इनकम हेडिंग.
सर गवर्नमेंट बॉन्ड्स.
गवर्नमेंट बॉन्ड्स. नेक्स्ट. ट्रेजरी बॉन्ड. नेक्स्ट.
The sovereign bond.
Souvenir bonds. Correct. Next. Souvenir gold bonds. Correct. So there are several different instruments which are available from central and state government which we take as a fixed income. ठीक है? Best place to find out is an app called RBI Direct. How many of you are aware about RBI Direct? अगर आपको गवर्नमेंट बॉन्ड के बारे में जानना है तो यू कैन गो टू, यस देयर आर कंपनीज एज वेल, वी विल कम टू कंपनीज ब्रिजभूषण सर. एब्सोल्युटली, सम पीपल नो आरबीआई डायरेक्ट. गवर्नमेंट का पोर्टल है, आप जाके वहां से परचेज कर सकते हो. तो मदर फादर ने अगर फिक्स्ड इनकम कहीं और किया हुआ है एंड यू थिंक दे शुड अर्न लिटिल एक्स्ट्रा, देन यू शुड डोंट डाइवर्ट ऑल द मनी, नहीं तो गाली आप ही को पड़ेगी. Divert few of the money on RBI Direct because there is no middleman. It is directly given by the government to the individual, and they give little more interest than the middlemans because middleman will have their cut, right? They have to have their cut. बैंक की एक प्रॉपर्टी आपको मैंने बताई थी कि बैंक earn money how? bank has a income happening how? What is their income? Net interest margin, NIM. याद है सबको? नहीं है तो फिर से लिख लीजिए, NIM, नेट इंटरेस्ट मार्जिन, अपने बुक में लिखिएगा, फिक्स इनकम में बहुत रिलेवेंट है। ठीक है, सो RBI डायरेक्ट has a direct relationship with you, so they do not cut that portion. They will give you whatever they have decided to give. Second legal entity which gives you bonds and fixed income securities are public bodies, banks and institutions. The second tier is public body. जैसे ब्रिजभूषण ने बोला, एक कंपनी पब्लिक बॉडी का नाम लिया जो कि हमेशा बॉन्ड्स लाती है। बैंक्स तो लाती ही लाती है, राइट? ऑल बैंक्स यू कैन फाइंड सम और अदर काइंड ऑफ बॉन्ड्स। एंड देन देर आर पब्लिक इंस्टीट्यूशंस और प्राइवेट इंस्टीट्यूशन हु आल्सो ब्रिंग्स एज ए लीगल एंटिटी फिक्स्ड इनकम सिक्योरिटी। क्लियर? अब पब्लिक बॉडी का नाम बताते जाइए आप लोग, कौन कौन सी ऐसी बॉडी है जो हमेशा लेके, गवर्नमेंट की बॉडी है बट दे आर इंडिपेंडेंट एंड दे ब्रिंग फिक्स्ड इनकम सिक्योरिटी ऑल द टाइम। ब्रिजभूषण ने ऑलरेडी बता दिया है, आप लोग बताइए, एनीवन? कौन कौन सी ऐसी कंपनी है जो गवर्नमेंट की कंपनी है? नवरत्न आपने सुना होगा, आपके रायपुर में है एक नवरत्न, राइट? ओके, that is bank as well as public body. You are right. It's common, Niket. Niket said SBI. SBI is bank as well as public body. But I am saying a company का नाम बताइए जो हमेशा बॉन्ड लेके आती है. And it is a government induced entity. Not government entity, but government induced entity. Nahai is another very good example. NHAI. Okay. That company, Brijmohan said, Brijbhushan said, that is a public body which also launches such kind of bond. Nahai का bond हमेशा आता है. PFC हुआ, IOCL हुआ, absolutely correct, Niket. IOCL also brings, loans. REC हुआ, right? Renewable Energy Corporation. These bodies are publicly, ONGC, you're right, Lokesh. ONGC is a public body which brings bonds, right? And they are near to government because it's a government induced entity. So हमारा दो टास्क है, राइट? वेन एवर वी बाई फिक्स्ड इनकम, दो चीज हम देखते हैं, तीन प्रॉपर्टीज है, दो चीज उसमें क्रिटिकल है जो एनी इन्वेस्टर लोग, व्हाट इज दैट? कि मेरा पूरा टेन्योर मीट होगा। अगर गवर्नमेंट रहेगी तो गारंटी रहेगी ना कि टेन्योर मीट करेगी, मतलब टिल द टाइम माय प्रिंसिपल हैज टू बी रिटर्न दैट कंपनी रिमेन्स देयर। डज इट साउंड्स गुड? होना चाहिए कि नहीं होना चाहिए? डू यू अग्री टू दैट और नॉट? कि एटलीस्ट मेरा कैपिटल मिल जाए। ये 10-10 रुपए है, मैं 1000 रुपए डालूं, 10 रुपया पर मंथ मुझे मिल रहा है या 8 रुपया पर मंथ मिल रहा है, इज इट एनफ? नहीं ना, इट इज नॉट एनफ। सो व्हाट आई नीड कि मेरा प्रिंसिपल प्रोटेक्टेड रहे। सो मैंने जो 1000 रुपए दिए थे वो लास्ट दिन में वो कंपनी मुझे वापस कर पाए। अगर कंपनी एग्जिस्ट ही नहीं करेगी तो वापस होगा आपका पैसा? नहीं होगा, राइट? That is why government is a major body here. Why? Because people have a trust in government that they will not run tomorrow. The country will not go to docks. तभी तो उसके पैसे पे विश्वास करते हैं। That currency which we hold, उस पे क्या लिखा होता है? RBI ने क्या लिखा रहता है? Anybody remember that statement? Unmute yourself and tell me. Reserve Bank
सर
of India क्या बोलती है? गवर्नर ऑफ इंडिया क्या बोलते हैं?
सर हिंदी में मैं धारक को इतना रुपए
देने का वादा करता हूं, जो भी नंबर है। सो कैसे आप लोग उस पर विश्वास करते हो? सिमिलरली दैट कैश इज इक्विवेलेंट टू बॉन्ड। तो अब बताइए, आप अपनी माँ को बोलोगे कि नहीं बोलोगे कि माँ कैश में रखने से अच्छा है बॉन्ड में डाल दो? ऐसे वो चप्पल लेके पीछे पड़ेगी, फ्लाइंग चप्पल्स विल कम। बट इट्स अ गुड पॉइंट, राइट? अगर वो करेंसी एग्जिस्ट करता है तो बॉन्ड इन RBI विल एग्जिस्ट करेगा। इज एज सिंपल एज दैट। But they will not understand if they are not aware about RBI. If they are aware about it, of course they will accept your geniusness. Otherwise, flying chappal will fly all across. Coming back to the public bodies, NHI is a government induced body. You think they will run away? If they will run away, सारे टोल खत्म हो जाएंगे। होंगे कि नहीं होंगे? अगर आपने NHAI का बॉन्ड लिया, जस्ट इमेजिन द सिनारियो, देखो ट्रिक बता रहा हूं आपको, दिमाग में ऐसे होना चाहिए। अगर मैंने NHI का बॉन्ड लिया, मेरे को एक एश्योरिटी तो है, जितना मैंने अपफ्रंट पेमेंट किया है वो रिटर्न हो जाए। क्यों? क्योंकि गवर्नमेंट बॉडी है। अब मान लो कि गवर्नमेंट डिफंक्ट हो गई और एनएचआई को बंद करना पड़ गया, पॉसिबल है, हुआ है पास्ट में। हिंदुस्तान जिंक की कंपनी थी गवर्नमेंट की जो डिफंक्ट होने वाली थी और वेदांता ने परचेज किया। कितनी कंपनियां आपको मालूम है? दिस इज अ होमवर्क। फाइंड आउट अ गवर्नमेंट इंस्टीट्यूशन विच वाज अबाउट टू क्लोज और गॉट क्लोज्ड। एचएमटी किसी ने सुना है? Okay, search it. This is your homework. Somebody is making that homework, right? Either the company has gone to bankruptcy or became bankrupt, and that was a government-induced company. This is your homework. Find it out at least two companies and post in chat box after the class, right? I am seeing a lot of no. Sahara was not a government company. Sahara was a bank which looted. It was a private company. Okay, again run by a centric guy, similar like Steve Jobs, who thought he is bigger than the world. Tell me the name of that guy. That's the second assignment. What is the name of Sahara Bank's head? Because it's also a very good case study in the finance. Okay, coming back. Public body का आपको assignment मिल गया. Coming back to banks. Banks में आएगा ब्रिजभूषण बोल रहे हैं या कोई भी बोल रहे हैं. Absolutely Mohammed. But this is your assignment. Put it in chat box. So point here is banks and institutions are similar stature. Government doesn't want them to fail because if they will fail, this failure, please use in your notebook and write it. Banks failure dash systemic failure. SYSTEMIC systemic failure. Systemic failure मतलब सारी सिस्टम फेल होना चालू हो जाएंगे. इसीलिए 2007 में whoever has done that assignment and presentation knows that financial crisis में गवर्नमेंट को इंटरवीन करना पड़ा and safeguard few companies. अदरवाइज सिस्टेमिक फेलियर होता, पूरी गवर्नमेंट कोलैप्स हो जाती. आर यू विथ मी? In 1991, India was on that horizon. Okay, and that was happening because of the fixed income. This is your third case, which is going to happen next week. Everybody has to prepare a case study by end of next week, Saturday को, because that's a holiday. तो आपको पूरा दिन मिलेगा, आपके क्लास भी नहीं होंगे और उस दिन आपका वो सॉफ्ट स्किल क्लासेस भी नहीं होंगे. सो यू हैव टू प्रिपेयर अ केस स्टडी एंड एवरीबडी हैज टू डू इट इंडिपेंडेंटली बिकॉज आप घर पे रहोगे. You want to do a group exercise? How many of you want to do group exercise? Write in chat box group exercise. Case क्या है? Case will be, what will be the case? Case study बोलिए, मैंने क्या बोला अभी? 1991 liberalization of India. What was the stage of our country? What was the stage of our country? Lot many of you are saying group activity. I want to hear from all of you. Somebody, Bhumika, you are writing the homework, right? Last time you posted, this time you only post. 3 homework which we have given till now. Please note it down and post in the chat box. Everybody is saying virtually group exercise. So now you tell me which group you are in. Each of you, go ahead and tell me so I remember you next time in the group. Mohammed,
The deal maker. Sir,
can't hear you, Ria. Write it in chat
sir,
box.
the deal maker.
Financial visionary is there. Capital Crops is there. Team Optimistic is there. Growing Investor is there. So this is a group activity. Project ka naam Bhumika, are you clear? What is the project? You have to do a presentation of 10 page. Your group ke saath.
Yes.
Deal maker is there. The deal maker. Imperial is there. The Sigma group became Imperial, right? Imperium. I don't know. So just remember, whatever group has been decided, those people are only allowed. And those group members have to present a case, 10 slide maximum, covering India's 1991 situation, financial situation, which has created liberalization. तो आपको स्टार्ट करना है. कंडीशन क्या थी इंडिया की, कितना फॉरेन एक्सचेंज उसके पास था, क्या प्रॉब्लम था, प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट, क्या हुआ उस समय, क्या हो रहा था, द actual condition at that point in time, implication of that condition at that point in time, and final, that how we came out of it, which we know in a form of 1991 liberalization, right? Clear? ये आपका project है. Now, last people who does the fixed income securities And their legal entities are statutory corporations. Statutory corporation, the corporation which are very large, or any corporate body who wants to launch a bond. So even the normal corporates also can launch a bond. There is a condition which they need to meet. And they have to be definitely a legal entity. Are you with me? 3 different sites you have seen in the fixed income which are required. Okay, so we will end today's session in 1 hour because your Dr. Sapna ma'am is very concerned about your focus getting diluted in the soft skill which has started. It started today already? Has it started?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, so we will stop by 2 o'clock. I don't want your concentration from there gets diluted because that is very important for me. Once you get that soft skill, give your 100%. Make sure that you score 200% on those exams. There will be exam at end of it. And I want at least my 22 people of this batch should score the highest as you are scoring in current examination. Can you do that? Can you? No, Niket, we do not do any YouTube now. Second year is gone. We are done with YouTube. Okay. Are you with me, guys? How many of you have understood? Can you score 200% in the examination, which soft skill guys will do? मैंने बोला है उनको स्पेसिफिकली कैनवा भी लाने के लिए, वो कैनवा भी लेके आएंगे आपके लिए, right? Get as much knowledge as you get in next 16 days. We will meet on weekends. You are doing presentation on next weekend on 1991 liberalization and 2 other small projects. And on weekend, we will have another discussion. With that, we have come to an end to our session. We will see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.